Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Zelda 1 Randomizer race between xiceblue and PanzerDave. It seems that Christmas has come to Koholint Island, as we have Marin versus Santa Claus. I am Boof and Boom, and joining me in the box is Kairos and Belletta on tracking. How are you tonight?
I'm doing excellent. We are in the one-on-one best of 3 section of the Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament. So this time it's personal.
So I am hoping for at least 30 minutes without a wood sword.
Southwest corner to start, and we can have the raft on the coast spot for the wood sword block. And the Armos, pick a random. Death Armos. Why not? And we are starting actually on the south coast.
I absolutely love this. Santa Claus is just making his way through Hyrule. And xiceblue already giving us some nice HUD clips.
And apologize, I think we have our audio is not set up, so we're going to be quiet for a little bit.
Okay. So for the moment, we have PanzerDave, who has found level 4 on the Armos in the northeast corner, and is going to peek ahead. Meanwhile, xiceblue is taking a look, and we have our open cave with the candle at only a mere 46 rupees, and the book on the coast.
That's an early find of a candle shop, so if we can get some secrets, maybe we'll actually be able to buy a candle. And because you never know where those take any caves are going to be. They could be behind candles themselves.
Yep, and in this particular set, we know we do have the hearts for our white sword item have possibly rolled up to 6 maximum. So if you take a candle over a heart, you might be a little out of luck if you want to pick up that item real quick. And Santa Claus finding his cookies, which we do know is the bait. And so far, not too much of a divergence between the two. Ah, there we go. Thank you to our behind-the-scenes people who is making the music and sound effects possible.
I'm doing my best, actually.
Oh, it was you! Oh, thank you. Alright, so xiceblue gonna find their level 4, and technically you could pop this door open. Let's see if he can find anything. Whiz robes. Perfect. So what special fun things do you want today in our race today, Kairos?
Well, on the not trolley side of things, I always enjoy seeing a reward of a 10-heart magical sword.
Well, we do get to see the medium secret, which is 28 rupees. Not too terrible. And Ice doing a really nice HUD clip again to avoid those blue Lionels, as PanzerDave is heading off to the graveyard to give us another look at what could possibly be an Armos item.
Alright, so, okay, PanzerDave picking up a blue candle from the open cave near the Grave Armos. So while I was doing the audio checks, have we seen any levels besides level 4?
So far, no.
Alright.
Unless PanzerDave just finds, nope, just another medicine shop. So xiceblue is giving us a wrap and take a look at the waterfall and level 5s. There we go, some money.
81, a little bit low for the big secret, but we'll take it anyway.
Okay.
Now, xiceblue did see that candle shop on the coast. We might see another one sometime. Otherwise, I had to find a take any cave like that one Dave found.
Well, we did have, what was it? I believe south of Letter was the open shop for the candle at a modest 50-something rupees as PanzerDave finds the Armos item, and it is the ladder.
And that will mean that the wood sword could be blocked by our coast item, which happens to be... Oh, wait, the book doesn't block anything.
Well, I mean, it technically blocks a bomb hole, but did you see the price of those bombs?
They flashed by.
It was 1 measly rupee for a Christmas ornament if you're Panzer Claus.
And definitely want to get... Wait. So who saw bombs and didn't... Oh, Dave had no money. Absolutely.
Yeah. So we do also have in the forest level 3 and xiceblue do making their purchase of the candle, so they will be able to pick up parts as needed. And we'll also be able to make a wooden arrow purchase, which is very smart as this is the extra boss's flag.
Yep, if you have not seen the silver arrows really early, first time you can buy the wood arrows is generally a good time to do it. And there's a blue ring shop, 250. It's going to be very often at 250 because if it rolls above the maximum value, it's going to be set at the vanilla price. And this likewise, anything that goes below the 1 rupee will also do that. Like that heart, that would be probably rolled low rather than actually being vanilla.
Alright, so Ice will be able to pick up 2 packs of bombs, and we see some Dark Nuts and Lionels on the overworld. I enjoy that. Not as much as I enjoy Wizrobes on the overworld, but I'll take it. And our first boss is a Dig Dogger. And some ladder blocking. Let's see what the left has for us. Oh, shoot. So already possible ladder block, unless Ice can bomb through a wall up here in the north room. Okay. Nope. So I do believe, unless the Triforce is Dig Dogger block, that is going to be a confirmed ladder block of the item in level 3.
Dave making the visit to the coast, pick up the book, which in this case is the atlas giving all the maps of all the dungeons.
Perfect.
And with some money now, we got bombs all around.
I am very curious then when he burns down this bush to see what this level 3 looks like. And I will say...
Segmented.
That is a frisbee flying over a castle. As with all of my commentary partners, you only get to call 1 cactus for Shapes Dungeons, so use it wisely.
This one's totally not necessary.
Alright, so xiceblue over here near Candle Row. Let's see if they decide to go either to the Forgotten Spot, now that they do have bombs, or are they going to go south? Alright, so it looks like there was a workaround. Oh wait, that's right, PanzerDave has the ladder. What am I thinking?
Yeah, the ladders are quite the workaround for these boat rooms.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I'm doing great.
Maybe a walkover. Hey, not the first race you come tonight, right?
No, I'm sharp as a tack, I swear.
But there was a Gliok and another Gliok, so yeah, we're going to need a sword or a wand in order to get past those. So one of them definitely had a shutter room.
Yeah, but no items to be, no enemies to be found, so that's nice. We do have level 6 on Candle Row. possible item for PanzerDave. Nope, just the transport. Alright, so it looks like Ice is going to clear out the start area before heading over to the Deadwoods area, which we know is going to make... Oh?
Okay, this level 3 room segment pops out a diamond staircase with a dig dogger, but has a shutter door to the right, and to the left has another dig dogger and a possible staircase room.
Oh, that is fabulous.
So, if you want to check out that section, you definitely need the recorder.
Yep. And it looks like we did have a level 8 sighting very briefly east of Vanilla Start on xiceblue side. So Ice is getting a lot of exploration done, and Panzer is going to do some work in this level 3, hoping to find some sort of item. Ropes just rolled enough that they got killed by that candle.
Mold worms, very difficult to kill with candle, but Dave sets down the bombs and explodes for some more explosives.
So xiceblue did make a nice gamble, picked up a little extra money, and has found, I believe that was level 7 west of Vanilla Start.
Oh, lots of levels in this little south central area of Hyrule.
But so far, no overworld block. We are starting to really fill up our tracker in terms of levels. Here's level 5. Okay. Wow, we only have 3 levels left. 1, 2, and 9, and we still have our white sword outstanding. We know that at least one of these items is going to be blocked by a raft, a recorder, or the heck's that other item? Power bracelet, there's the word.
Meanwhile, Dave has found the bow in level 3, and xiceblue has found the sword south of the Death Armos.
So, PanzerDave missing out on his weapon. I don't remember if he up-ate or took a death at the latter item, but unfortunately missed out. So xiceblue is going to have a slight combat advantage at this point. Negligible, but he does have the means to work through level 3 as well, so he will be finding his bow, and with the wooden arrow purchase, be that much further ahead.
Yep, too bad Dave does not have those arrows yet, because...
But I do appreciate that he was able to do that level 3 swordless.
Yeah, even without a wand, some of these levels are definitely doable. Definitely not as efficient, but yeah. But they're definitely a way to go. And then, but xiceblue showing how to get more bombs from mold worms.
Yes, I still can't do a 10 bomb count.
Well, mold worm actually has like 10 segments, so you just take a bop from it and then you kill it with bombs.
I repeat my initial statement.
There's no counting. You just kill it.
Yeah, but you have to kill it properly with bombs without getting bopped. And there's the problem. It's that not getting bopped part.
Just don't try to do that with land molas.
Okay. Alright, so xiceblue finding a lot of Gleeoks all over the place, as PanzerDave is going to give us some look at some of these caves, and we do see one of our first any roads at Monocle Rock, taking us to the southwest corner.
And while you're here, you go check out that one cave.
Oh yeah.
And there's that Triforce level 3 needs that ladder. It has a ladder. You can just has to go back and get it after finding the item, which was the bow. Level 6 for another any road.
Okay.
So got some decent spread.
just run screaming past everything. And our next take any, so PanzerDave is now at 5 hearts. One more and he will secure the white sword item no matter what it is, provided that it has rolled at 6 hearts. Alright, we do have the letter that is over in the graveyard, but Dave did not pick it up. You were going to say before I interrupted, I apologize.
I was just saying that Dave didn't pick up the letter. Some of these runners just don't like to pick them up because it clogs up their inventory, and they'll just pick up a red potion from Take Any Cave later on if the situation demands it.
Oh, I love seeing that! White sword items, silver arrows, you need 6 hearts to pick them up. Now here's the interesting thing. PanzerDave had the book when he got into 3, so he knows for sure that this level 3 was not Dig Dogger blocked. If xiceblue decides to bounce under the assumption that this is recorder blocked, it could swing the pendulum in Dave's favor.
Yeah, it's not a big dungeon, but that's a long time before. It's very early. It's a lot of time to beat without having the bow.
So then it's the question of, are we going to see Goma blocks? Because Dave knows if he sees one, he's already got the bow, just needs to buy some arrows, knows where the silvers are, just
Don't
needs
need to buy
one
arrows.
heart.
Yeah, just needs to find a heart.
Which one do you get first, though? If you get a big secret, are you going to get the arrows hoping that you can complete dungeons, or are you going to just keep going and money be damned? I am going to pick up the silvers.
Given that key situation is still fairly low, I would hold out for the heart.
Yep. Fair point.
Now, if Dave had like 4 keys right now, then and yeah, okay, I'll consider it now.
Alright, so now xiceblue picks up their book. We'll be able to then navigate level 3. And is he going to do another clip? Oh, I love those HUD clips. So he does have bombs. We'll find the silver arrows shortly, and unfortunately, as we know, will not be able to pick them up.
Dave checking out the waterfall. Got Lionel's. Oh my. Oh, but they're a little squishy. He took out a couple with the candle.
Good. And cheap price for bait, 68, not bad. Santa Claus is going to pick up his cookie. Thank you.
And right there says arrows. Probably not.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was not segmented level 4. It was very windy.
I don't know what I'd like better. A small segmented level? Oh, Patra. Where have you been?
We were here all along.
It's still too early for a count, though. I'll keep that one in mind, but I do not believe we're going to see a Patra Heavy Seed. I'm calling it right now.
It's gonna be a Dig Dogger Heavy Seed. And we got a pair of scorpions on Dave's side, level 8.
Yep. I didn't know if the left one was going to be... I was going to say it's a scorpion fighting a something, but I am perfectly fine with scorpion fighting scorpion. So really the thing that's hurting Dave right now is not having picked up that sword just yet. I mean, he's doing okay with his bombs and his candle, but he needs to find some sort of offensive weapon or route himself back over to the blue ring spot. Which, as we know, the sword was 1 cave south.
How about that heart container on the floor right there? Just gotta get past these troll dongos, and that's enough Yep. Gonna do a little candle boost action.
Run screaming.
And now we can get the silver arrows.
Okay, now he's got repeatable offense. And a bomb upgrade. That might be nice to come back to.
That was a very expensive one. 121 is 4 shy of the max.
Well, I mean, bombs are only $1. What do you expect?
Yeah, but when you run out in level 9, then you feel bad.
I mean, I run out on the overworld and feel bad. Because then I beg and plead for every bomb dropper that I come across to give me a pack, and they don't.
Alright, Dave's out of that level, like 8, and making a beeline for the white sword item, being the silver arrows, locked and loaded with the bow.
So really the only enemy that's going to give him a lot of trouble is going to be those Wizrobes. Because Dark Nuts are outside. Technically bosses will give him an issue. But now he has a very fantastic offensive weapon. As xiceblue is up in Death Mountain, and we found level 9, and it's a chonker.
Indeed.
Alright, so PanzerDave back in level 4. What would be interesting if he found, like, a white sword in here? That would just be a great find for Dave. Not required, but definitely then eliminates the need to go dig out that wooden sword.
Without a sword, it's possible that this money supply that Dave has will be going down fast. But here is a Goma blocking a room.
Yep.
Well, actually, a lot of rooms.
Yes. So the arrow, then I do believe the arrow block is technically a part of level 4. Oh yes, definite arrow block then in level 4. I just gotta look at his map.
But Dave is also out of keys.
Oh no.
So...
Yep, can't take a shot with the Patra. Another one you can't kill with arrows. Yeah, Dave needs a sword. Santa Claus needs to find his candy cane. Now, xiceblue is picking up another Take Any and is in that 6 heart range to get the silver arrows. Let's see how long it takes him to make a beeline back for it. Alright, I believe this was the letter spot.
It is.
Yep. And we'll pick it up.
We'll get to
The
be able
sword...
to check out.
Go ahead.
We get to check out our prices.
Yes. Sword was the cave that was south of the vanilla blue ring spot. And we have level 1. Alright, so with that we have level 2 as our confirmed overworld block, and we have a mag sighting at vanilla 3. So now the question is, what do you think our overall blocking item is going to be? Do you want it to be Raft, Recorder, or Power Bracelet? Why do I keep forgetting the dang Power Bracelet?
Because it has the most spots available.
Quite possibly.
The candy cane on Dave's screen was the magical candy cane, requiring 10 to 14 hearts to pick up.
And really, with ladder, bow, and silvers outside of it, I mean, we know the rest that they find is gravy. We find our first overall blocking item in level 1, which is the Recorder.
So, does that lead xiceblue to go back to level 3 to get that not recorder blocked bow.
It's a question of routing. I think there's still too much to explore that he's going to sort of make a beeline, but it's definitely going to be in the back of his mind, because I would probably bet money that he's got it written down as a recorder block. Alright, so Dave making his way through level 5. And that's not a cactus. That, however, is a red candle in level 1. So with that, Ice is going to up A and go back and get his Triforce, which was only a couple rooms in.
And the red candle was not candle blocked today.
Let me see. No, 3 was in the forest, so I'm going to be curious to see how he routes the rest of us. Alright, trying for a bomb, does not get it. Did manhandle his roll up? Nope.
Nope. Took a couple of bombs to try to find that information. But does force a bomb drop off of it anyway.
And it looks like xiceblue is making a beeline to this lake to see if it is our block. Nope. Just a mugger. I could not place that tune.
Final Fantasy something?
We'll say maybe. So PanzerDave finding a very nice acquisition, level 5, the magic key.
That will solve those aforementioned key issues that was stopping us from advancing in... let's see, that was... where were we earlier that had the key block?
There was a couple places, but...
I think it was 4. He was specifically the one I was thinking of.
Oh, okay. But yes, it's going to solve his money problems, too. Technically speaking, blue ring, but now he's not going to have to worry about key purchases.
Yeah, the arrows are draining that money right now.
Well, I mean, I always say, the seed giveth and the seed taketh. So, at this point... Go ahead.
You know, Dave's like, I must pick up all these rupees that the ropes dropped. Yep.
So not too bad of a level 5. Didn't take him that long to route through it, pick up the item, get the Triforce. So let's see if xiceblue has the same kind of luck.
But Dave has gone straight up, and looky there. At 27 minutes, we have found the wooden sword for Dave.
I mean, that's kind of what we were talking about before the race started, was that I wanted to see one runner do some swordless stuff. So, thank you, Panzer Claus, for giving me my Christmas miracle.
And the mugger says, give me all, or the door repairman says, I will take your money.
I mean, technically he's mugging you, but...
We like to reserve mugging for the money or your life rooms, or similar. Or the worse, when it's your bombs and keys when you don't have the magical key.
Alright, so Panzer will find his level 7. I would say tree over cactus in that particular 7. And gets an early compass off that manhandle. At this point, though, I mean, he's got the bow, he's got silvers, he's got ladder. How much digging are you really going to do? You've got any key.
7 reminds me of the bird things from Joust.
And fortunately, do not know that reference.
Old school video game.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look it up. Alright, so Dave is continuing to look through this level 7, so I'm curious what for. The overworld block. I got it now. Alright, I'm back in this.
Well, we've eliminated the recorder from that equation.
Yep, so we know it definitely has to be either the raft or the power bracelet. So xiceblue continuing his dig through level 5. And, I mean, so far, we've seen the look of level 9, and it was a chonky boy, so we do know that 7 and 8 shouldn't be that terrible in terms of rooms. Don't ask me to count. I can't math. I don't have the superpower of being able to do room totals.
Think about 24 on level 7 there.
And thank you to our tracker for helping me name the tomb. I do believe you are correct. It is Rydia from Final Fantasy IV. Yeah, so at this point, Santa Claus just needs a push block, knows where the Triforce is. Has he looked in the room yet? I don't think so. Because we've seen that before, where the runners avoid every room, or avoids the room that has the Triforce in it, only to go in at the last minute and finally see what they need.
You get in this flag set, if it is a open staircase, such as this diamond staircase, it's possible to have a drop in it as well as the item.
Alright, just needs to get past the Patra. And we have a power bracelet. Alright. So xiceblue putting the finishing touches on their level 5 will pull out the Triforce. And so now Dave has the power bracelet. If he can bomb up, he's got an easy shot to this Triforce. Never mind, he's down to 1 heart. Alright. Yep. Squeak by, there you go. Patra?
And look, there is a staircase in this one, so the staircase would get you right in the firing range of a Goma. But you'd avoid Patra.
Alright, so xiceblue is now in level 7. And it's going to be a question of if they zig rather than zag, they might actually have a faster 7 than Santa Claus did. Let's see what he's going to do. Yep, pay the mugger. And then we've got the item right here, so he is going to have an extremely quick level 7.
I'm going to take the time to actually kill this Patra.
Patra had it coming. Alright. And Patra can be a little bit of a schmuck every now and then. You know. And I have seen many runners do a block clip only to get bopped out by something, even like a little gel. They get the block clip and then all of a sudden they get bopped and they have to do it all over again. So I don't necessarily blame xiceblue for killing a Patra. Okay, and then just run screaming up the right and you'll have your Triforce. Glorious.
What a quick 7.
Mm-hmm. That's the kind of 7 I like to see. Alright, so Dave back in 4.
This time with all the keys.
Yep. So now xiceblue heading, it looks like, to do some power bracelet checks and then possibly might go back into 3 after this. Which, as we know from Commentary Spot, is going to be the right thing to do. Let's see if he does. Nope, into 8. So realistically speaking, if you're xiceblue, obviously you want to find Bo. We know that it is in level 3, which he eventually... No, he's already got the Triforce out of that. He's not has to come back unless he needs to. So really what? White sword, wand, red ring? Anybody who has the double boomerang in 9 bet going, you are still on the table for that.
It could be the raft for what we need for the level 2. This is where Dave bailed on level 8 after getting his 6 heart beasts.
Yep. Which really made sense when you don't have any sort of repeatable offense and getting, essentially one of the biggest items for Go mode. I can understand why he would up an A.
Dave gets the Triforce out of level 4. Still don't know what the item is there, though.
Well, at this point he has the Power Bracelet, and if this Power Bracelet proves to give us level 2, then he really doesn't need to dig anymore. Because at this point, like we said, the only items that could give value are nice but not necessary.
The combat upgrades.
I mean, will definitely help. Will make the level 9 trek so much easier. But with the caliber of these runners, I mean, it's one of those, if they find it, great. If they don't find it...
And you could always have a Petra in an NSU room. Oh, wait. I saw that earlier.
That reminds me, where's the Whiz Robes? Have we seen them yet?
I don't think so, but yeah, they're dungeons.
Okay.
So, okay, chat saw a few in 4.
Okay, so we've got one item in 8, we've got the wand. So the self-immolation can begin. Oh, please don't tell me the items are one right on top of the other. Okay.
Ropes in the Zelda's room, locking in xiceblue. Zelda's room cannot have a drop.
Super ultra hard ruby boss is a red herring. Oh, there's my bait block.
Dave fed the rope.
Panzer Claws is just so nice. Which, I mean, it gets the select swap item out of his inventory, so don't have to needlessly go past the bait anymore. Completely get it. Alright, Nice Blue is still trucking through level 8 looking for some items. I mean, at this point I think Dave just needs Triforce and go. Like, the raft would be nice at this point to find. What levels has he not seen yet, though?
Don't think he's seen 1 or 9 up on Death Mountain.
Okay.
Don't think he's seen 6 on Candle Row either.
Okay. So at this point could be digging, obviously for the Triforce, but then possibly for a just-in-case item, like the raft, or the recorder. As we know, he doesn't have it yet, but it was fairly easy in 1, so he will definitely be picking that up. Alright, I can't... Is this the transport or second item? Nope, it's the transport, okay. So Ice Blue might have found our second item. Nope.
The tail of that level 8 on the right is definitely separated by that corridor staircase.
Right, no items here. Uh-oh. Ice picked up that candle. Oh, no.
So,
But saw the Wall Masters.
Yeah, even if you don't see where they are, you can bomb the Wall Masters in the wall, but it's, if you have no idea where they are, it can be prohibitively expensive.
That took... Like, I kind of saw the one on the right, but how he saw that one in the northeast corner, that is impressive. Alright, so Ice Blue picking up his wand. Will be setting himself on fire shortly. And PanzerDave with the staircase that unfortunately is a transport.
Dave gets to have a Zelda room party with the ropes.
Yep.
Dave actually got some rupees now, up to 70.
Okay.
Able to, I mean, switching from only using the silver arrows to now the wand and a sword is a big factor in that.
Yep. And I do believe Ice will come across the bomb upgrade. We do know it was 121 rupees, so he is within range for its purchase. And at 3 bombs, I do expect him to buy it.
This rope will not be fed.
Alright, finds the Triforce. And, of course, doing the exact opposite of what I said was going to happen, did not come across the bomb upgrade, but maybe he'll turn around and go back in. Yeah. Get that bomb upgrade. Okay, goes into the transport staircase. So at this point, if you're PanzerDave, you want to see, I'm assuming at this point, the raft or the recorder, because really there's nothing else that you could possibly need in this level. And xiceblue out of bombs.
Red ring would
Go
be
ahead.
acceptable.
Oh, would be more than acceptable, but
But the things that you know you might need in Dave's size is the raft and recorder for sure.
yes. So xiceblue again, walking past level 3. I am internally screaming at him to turn around because, as we know, his bow is in there. But he is going back into level 8 to continue the dig. Doesn't have too much left to go, but PanzerDave is up back in that other little tail, which we know is not going to yield anything.
I don't think we've been in the upper right-hand tail. Yes, and I think we saw that. I think we saw that staircase over on the left section near here.
Yeah, so we are looking for another transport staircase. It's just going to be a question of who finds it and what is it. No, I'd like to see... What do I want to see? I want to see the white sword in here.
A heart.
That's fair. I love the off-centeredness of Panzer Claus's sword, because it looks like he's just beating them over the head with the candy cane.
You mean that's not what he is doing?
Well, I mean, he's Santa. Santa doesn't beat anybody. Yep. We have a white sword in 8, which is going to make xiceblue happy, but not ecstatic.
And Dave is right behind.
So xiceblue looks like might be heading back up to 6. And Dave is going to pick up their candy cane upgrade.
What a blocky 6. You just need to move that entrance to the bottom right-hand corner and, well,
Don't you dare call it cactus. I'm warning you right now.
it'd be a square. Because I mean, even though it'd be a 4x6, it's it'd be a freaking square.
So the interesting thing is going to be, is there going to be some sort of Goma block here in 6 that's going to force Ice to start looking at other levels? Alright, so if we can't bomb out here... Alright, Ken.
More than
Twice. Alright. But on half a heart, it has to be extremely careful. Doesn't matter what you get hit on. Somebody farts on you and you're dead.
How about Trask, Beamos, and the other enemies and Tektites?
Yeah, or even the little gel will do it. Alright. So Dave is going to come across his level 6 on Cancel Row very shortly. And xiceblue is still going to be looking for the Triforce and the item. How did he survive that?
Aquamint is only slightly more dangerous than a rupee boss.
I will slightly accept that. Does get the fairy, does get a heart, gets a couple of rupees. Okay, now he's back in business.
Dave says, I don't need to kill that Goma, because it's got a shutter door above it.
Yep, but is going to get through some of these rooms much faster because of that bow. And will be able to take this shutter door downward. Now, will it lead him, unless this is a transport, it might lead him in the opposite of direction where he needs to go. All hail. And of
Right
course,
next to the Triforce room.
so this is going to give xiceblue some time, unless this particular transport staircase takes PanzerDave back up into the northwest section, because he is probably just going to keep going through doors. So that's going to give xiceblue his 6th Triforce, and more item knowledge that he has to keep digging. He does know that the bow cannot be in level 9 with this particular flag set, and it looks like he's in the right vicinity. Just get to 3, dang you, go to 3. Check this, then get back to 3.
Meanwhile, Dave picks up the bomb upgrade in level 6 for a total of +5, I think.
I like it.
It's up to 13. Did Dave pay a mugger earlier, or did he go around that mugger?
Honestly, don't remember.
Alright, chat saying that he did get rid of a bomb to that mugger earlier,
Okay.
so it was a full 6.
Okay.
I know he didn't have the money, so I didn't remember if he went around a mugger or not.
So, xiceblue finding level 2, we have our power bracelet block. So, unfortunately, not going to buy him any more time in terms of items because Dave does have that power bracelet out of 7. But Dave is also taking the long way around level 6 in order to get his Triforce.
And welcome, SpeedGaming Prime with the raid. We are in game 1 of the best of 3 between xiceblue and PanzerDave.
And so far, extremely exciting. We know most of the pieces of the puzzle. All we just need to see is who is going to route it properly first. xiceblue needs to get back to 3 for his bow, needs to go to the white sword item to find his silvers, and PanzerDave still needs to go up to Death Mountain to find some more levels. So it's going to be a question of, because I do believe at this point Ice has seen all of the levels. So how quickly can he deduce where he needs to go?
Yeah, that white sword, silver arrows definitely throws a wrench when you know where all the levels are. But Dave picking up the Triforce out of level 6.
And Ice, understandably, avoiding right now the Triforce in level 2. Since it's a floor drop, that Goma may be sitting on it. Let's see as he finishes out the rest of this level. You've got the wand, set yourself on fire. There we go.
Compass, wait. We saw that.
Right? The any key at the beginning was so fantastic for these runners because no key problems. Otherwise, I think this would have been a much more interesting seed.
It was a little delayed. It wasn't immediate.
Slightly. Alright, so we have a floor drop. We don't know if this is the coast heart or if this is just the natural heart drop yet in this level, but I do believe Ice is going to clear out the rest of these rooms to confirm or deny.
Not in that patch of room.
And if it is not here, then it might be Goma blocked. Which isn't the worst thing in the world, because that means Ice knows he doesn't have to come back to 2, because obviously Goma can't block the bow, so he knows he has to look elsewhere for his item. Alright, so we'll pick up his Triforce out of 2. And I do believe he did clear the rest of the rooms, so I'm going to say with 95% certainty that the item in 2 is arrow blocked underneath that Goma.
And we also, with only the level 4 Triforce remaining, level 4 is Goma blocked as well, so time to go elsewhere. And level 3 is the first choice and will be the correct answer.
Yes, so if Ice knew that there was a bow block in 4, then obviously this makes perfect sense. He's routed out everything else. And Dave will hopefully give us a look at what is in 2, because we do know that it should be under that Goma. I wonder if Ice Blue bombed that tiny little... Oh, there it is.
Is the
Never
wrapped,
mind.
but not required.
Nope,
That could delay Dave as he searches for those last couple levels.
Yep, because even though we did find our 1 overworld block, technically more could exist. But as we know, this is not the case, as Ice Blue does find their bow, and now just needs the Triforce out of 4 to begin their trek through level 9. Okay, fill up on some bombs. Technically is within range of a mag's check at 10 hearts, but it's over in 3. I really don't think he's going to go that way.
If you're on Wood Sword, you could whistle to 5 and be pretty close to it, but not in this circumstance.
Yep. So Ice is going to pick up his silvers. PanzerDave is going to find level 1. Go ahead.
Now, this is going to be pretty close because, Ice Blue knows where the level 4 is right here. It's already been it. Just needs to get past these blocks. But level 9 is right around the corner from 1. And woo,
But
we're in and out.
Has Dave seen 9 yet up on Death Mountain?
But he's just
Yeah.
about to.
This is true. So really depends on if he goes up the stairs or not. Okay. He might be taking the long way around. Now, the interesting thing is, which might swing it back in almost a definitive Ice Blue, you want to hope that if you're on Team Ice Blue, there is some sort of Dig Dogger block in 9 that's going to force Panzer Claws out of the level. Alright, and with that, PanzerDave is going to be our first runner in level 9. Kairos, what are we going to be looking for in this level?
Well, we have Dave's not level 9 music, but we
I
will
love
be
it.
able to, but we will be able to hear the roar of Ganon when we're in an adjacent room, as long as it's not muffled by another monster. And then we are also looking for the location of the kidnapped, who we might be able to find it with a compass, but normally our test is, hey look, there's a single shutter door that's not opening, even though We pushed the block with all the enemies dead.
And just like that, we have a piggy.
In Ganon's own room.
Yep. So he just needs to get whacked 6 more times with the candy cane. And then 1 shot with the silvers to take him down.
And meanwhile, xiceblue has finished off the Triforce and is going to take these heroes over to Death Mountain.
All right. So we have a very interesting race. All PanzerDave needs is just to walk into the correct room, and he will take this race.
Oh, look. Right. It was the shutter door next to Ganon.
Oh my gosh. Everybody, get your GGs in chat. You blinked and you missed it with an official race time GG time of 54 minutes and 44 seconds. PanzerDave, Santa Claus himself, takes round 1.
Yep, the one exception to the single shutter door is in Ganon's room. There can be as many shutter doors as there are walls, and the Zelda can be next to the door. But we are joined by tonight's winner, PanzerDave. GG.
GG, Santa.
Oh my gosh.
That was a fantastic seed. Give us your thoughts on it.
Extremely lucky. Cheap bombs influenced a lot of my decision making because I could dive into dungeons real fast, and my first thought in 3 is like, well, it could be one of these 2 spots. I was like, let me just double check to make sure it's not at that bottom row.
Yep, and then you got the bow, which for a while though, GG's to you on going nearly half an hour and getting 2 Triforces and going it swordless.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to do that anymore, but at the same time, when you have early bombs that are cheap and you can just go into things hard, it's worthwhile, I think, still.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, you routed it really well despite silvers being 6 hearts required. You got that 1 heart out of 8, you shot out of 8.
Oh,
and
yeah,
no. Straight for that cave.
That's immediate 4 damage to a lot of things, and having Dark Nuts on the overworld eliminates one problem of errands.
Meanwhile, GG to xiceblue, finishing off the seed with a time of 56:41.
So less than 2 minutes apart.
I wasted a lot of time in 8.
Yes.
You weren't the only one, though. Both of you did dig 8.
Oh my god, that 8 was just so bad. Like, why would it be over there? Like,
And welcome to the booth, xiceblue.
GG's.
GG.
That, I'm pissed off with myself with that. I grabbed the ladder and died on the same frame. So I was like, cool. That was a free ride back to start. I was like, I should go pick up the book. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go pick up the book. I'm gonna go into 3. And I went into 3. I didn't find the bomb hole that led down to the bow, and I left with the Pringle and just went everywhere else.
Oh no.
I pulled every item out of 8, 7, 6, 5, and 1, and 2. 2 was bow locked.
Yeah, yes. I was missing 1, 4, and 6. I full cleared 8 as well, and I just wanted to throw my controller after that.
Yeah. So in 8, I went up and found the staircase that led to the other side.
Yep.
And I full cleared the entire left side, and it was worthless.
Yeah. Same. The big thing was that bow, I think, because I was able to get silvers after finding the heart in 8, and I was just like, well, now I really want the sword.
The way that I routed that seed, had I have gone with my instinct and gone picked up the bow, because I dove 7 right after 5, so I went 3, grabbed the Tringle, found 1, grabbed the 2 items, went to 5 because I couldn't do anything in 4, went to 5. Because I found all the dungeons, like, before I even... Like, I found every single dungeon except for 1. And then I took the any road up and found 1 and 9. And I was like, alright, cool. 2 is power bracelet locked or raft locked or whatever.
Yeah.
So I went into 1, grabbed the 2 items. I went into 5, grabbed the any key and left. I went to 7, had power bracelet at what? What was like 7? What was like 32 minutes was my 7 grab?
Oh, that was when I was picking up a sword.
Because yeah. So
This is
what?
true.
3, 1, 5, 7. Yeah. So I would have been in go mode at 32 minutes.
Wow.
'Cause
I don't know when I got mine.
Because I had the power. I grabbed the power bracelet out of 7, and if I would have grabbed the bow, because the bow was the only thing I was looking for, so I'd have been in go mode at 32. And with the early Tringle, well, it wasn't really an early Tringle. It was, 3 rooms south of where you spawn, and I didn't go that way. But level 8.
I think that was dumb. I think I was in go. I didn't know I was in go mode, but I had that power bracelet pretty quick too. 7 was small enough that it was a fine.
7 was 4 rooms for me.
Yeah, that 9 I think
I
played
went
with.
south, went right, saw the Patra, grabbed the power bracelet, bombed up Tringle.
Oh yeah, no, 7 took me on a bit of a joyride, but I still found it pretty fast.
Yeah,
I just didn't know where
it
these
was.
things were.
I don't know why I neglected to go pick up the book. I really don't. I guess because I always assume 3 is small enough that you don't need a map. But
But it can be
that not having that map really punched me in the face.
Yeah, because I was able to see a lot of it. I was like,
Yeah,
okay, well, this
I had no keys, and if I would have had 1 key and I'd have went into the room to the right of the Tringle, I'd have found the bow.
And see, I actually made the effort once I was like, I explored everything but the top right room because it was recorder blocked.
Yep.
I was like, okay, well, it could be there, it could be this whistle block. I was like, let me go back before I get this Tringle. I think I had like a half a heart or something. Let me go back and look at this one room that I neglected, and I was like, oh, that's a dumb spot.
Yeah. That is.
Ice.
It's
No, it's all
okay.
good. Rando is gonna rando, and it happens. You had a better decision to check more rooms in 3 than I did, and that's what's the big play.
Yeah.
I cannot fault you for that. I can only scold myself.
That damn book. I burned myself so many times. Like I was like, oh WAD, that's perfect. I have a book. Oh well. Well, let's see how bad this goes. No red ring, no blue ring. Fire, fire, fire.
So it had to have been what? Red ring was Red ring in 2 or 9?
No, Wrath was
Wrath.
in 2.
So we got 2 items in level 9, and the item in level 4 are the red ring, magical boomerang, and the coast heart.
Oh. Wait,
So-
what was in 2?
2 was raft.
Yeah, 2 was Wrath. It was like right before the Tringle, and I picked it up just in case.
Oh,
It was Goma blocked.
I felt, I full clear too. I felt so good about that early game of that seed because I found, like, the way that I routed it, I found 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 5. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, I haven't touched Death Mountain. I was like, if I find, like, 2 more levels, I know the other one's blocked. And then I found 1 and 9, and I was like, all right, cool. Screw the rest of this place. And, like, I was so excited because, like, I had found every level so far except for the blocked one. And then the bow was like,
Not today.
Well, that is
Yeah.
just going to make match 2 even more exciting.
Exactly.
it is.
How was your 9, Ice? Was it fast?
My 9 was like 2 minutes.
I think mine was about the same. It was just like I was
It
just
was
like
free.
yeah, it was. I just kept following the trail. I was like, oh, roar. Oh, well.
Like I went left and it was nothing. And I went up. And then I just bombed up, went up again, went up one more time, and it's like roar. And I was like, okay, killed Ganon, went left. Oh look, Zelda, hi.
Yeah. Now's the
had a-
time to hunt for Zelda. She's here.
Yeah, yeah. It's like now the hunt for she's living next door.
Rent free.
Yeah, I love it when Zelda's like 2 rooms to the left, and you're like, you could have just walked out, woman. You are like 2 steps away from the entrance. Just pick up your
You know-
dress and go.
You know what I never understood? It's like you walk into her room and the doors are already open. And like the fire, like if like there are plenty of times where like the fire is not even surrounding her, and you're just like,
Hello.
Hey, you could have
Like,
walked
You have a
around this.
Triforce too. Like, you have literally 1/3 of a Triforce. Use it. Put out the fire. Hit it with it. I don't care.
What you're saying is you'd like to see the Zelda and Ganon switch around rooms unchecked next time, right?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the checkable flag to implement Zelda in any dungeon.
Oh, I can't wait for the seed that I roll that puts Zelda in 1 or something. And
But
that's
like,
kind of
you still have to defeat Ganon in order for the shutter door to open.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I'm waiting for that. Like, you have to
I still
run in
want to
and
be able to hit people with the letter.
I mean, I want to be able to hit people with the letter too because it's such a useless item.
How about all right, look, hear me out, all right? If you've ever played any of the Oracle's randos, give me the Fool's Ore.
Oh,
The Fool's Ore is stronger than the Bigoron sword in the Oracle's games when you have a linked gameplay.
Yep.
And the Fool's Ore literally does, I think the Fool's Ore does 8 damage or 6 damage, one of those.
I'm waiting for when Fred puts a 4 sword upgrade in.
Oh my god.
Because after a
Great.
certain point it breaks. And the sword does nothing.
Alright, guys, when is game 2?
Good question, and I'll have better answers closer to finals being done, my sleep study being done, and
So yeah, we have to figure that out, and we have to figure out what Fury and Lack, or whoever won out of Fury and Lack, because I don't know who won.
Fury.
Fury won. So I'm pretty sure Fury will be okay with it. But Dave has a pretty booked week, so we're gonna try and see if we can push a little bit further than the week to give Dave some time to. Yeah, to give Dave some time to kind of like wind down. So be expecting like probably about 5 or 6 days without a race from us, so Dave can get stuff taken care of.
Dave would
I
like
will
to
allow
it. Especially because discrete mathematics is not fun.
Like he
Yeah,
was telling me on Discord, he's like, I might have to forfeit to you. I was like, oh heck no. I was like, I was like, xiceblue doesn't take those. xiceblue wants to race. xiceblue wants a fair race.
Oh, I do too. It is just this. I was not anticipating this week to be so packed.
Yeah, that's fair. Life happens, but I'm glad we can get this figured out, and hopefully Fury is willing to work with us on that.
If he's not, I'll just go into his chat and troll him until he does. Red candle.
Look, if
candle.
You were gonna do that anyway.
Oh.
if Fury doesn't allow you to like push a little bit into next week, then look, chat, tonight was all a ruse. Dave won, and it was a joke. It was a joke.
Oh man, in level 8. Thank you, Corona King. That Trolldango. Oh my god, it literally ran around in circles in the top right corner of 8. Like literally could not stay still long enough.
Oh, I will say in level 8, since I went up, when I searched the entire left side, and then when I up 8 at the very end, and I went down and found an item, like as the item room was spawning, I could feel the grip on my controller getting tighter. If I would have went into that staircase and the bow was there, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have been able to finish that seed because of my controller would have been probably in half.
Rush.
Because I was violently digging items just to find that bow.
Oh man, it is just that was a jet seed. I'll say that much. That was.
Oh, it absolutely was. Except for me, because I left the bow in 3.
Oh no!
but
you
you
found the
still
item
did sub-hour.
My
Yeah,
blessings were slightly ineffective, I guess.
Oh,
It's okay,
man.
I'll roll the next one.
Okay.
Baby.
I can't wait.
Boof and Boom definitely appreciate, Dave, that you fed the rope.
Yes, you gave it
Yes.
a cookie.
It asked for a cookie, and I freaking gave it a cookie. Unbelievable! That's so rare that happens.
But it
'Cause,
was fantastic.
Obviously, it's a randomized message, and even some of the shops said C is for cookie,
Yeah.
or Something along there's 2 cookie messages, and I was just like, I can't go wrong now.
So obviously
something. Oh wait, go ahead.
So obviously the 2 rafts in the hash definitely cancel each other out. So we didn't need the raft.
No.
Something. Dexter's a cookie. Something. Get out. You know.
Oh man.
Dexter's a cookie.
Cookie. Oh man. GG again. I need to start winding down myself and getting ready for bed and preparing myself for the first final that is tomorrow. Yay.
Oh
Well,
boy. Good luck.
Good luck, and we're looking forward to seeing y'all next race.
Absolutely. As soon as we know, we'll post it.
Yep.
Now, speaking of next races, we have races scheduled every day for the foreseeable future, and we have right now 4 matches scheduled for tomorrow, because one of them had to be, well, they finished that match already, so they didn't need to do number 3.
Yep, so it looks like at least 3 of them so far are going to be getting a restream, so cross your fingers, we will get another one. We've got 2 at 8 o'clock, 1 confirmed restream, and that's going to be with TA909 versus Antlers. The one that we got to cross our fingers for is Caffey JD versus XOAS19, and then we have at 10 o'clock Sea Falcon 7 versus Truant Gamer, and Redbird Grad versus Elendar.
Looking forward to it. And as said, more races coming up, scheduled almost every day. So we got a lot of matches until we get out of these early rounds and get some people eliminated to move on.
Yep. So, xiceblue or Kairos, any last words before I wrap this up?
Good here.
The only thing I'd like to announce is that I did make an official announcement about the final push for partner, because I'm roughly at 70 out of 75 average. So if you've got some time, or you're about to go to sleep and you want to come help out with the cause, I'd appreciate it. But other than that, no. GG's to Dave. Heck the bow.
You get you even get someone actually made the link right for your main account.
Perfect. There you go.
Yeah, I'll actually be live in probably about 10 minutes. So
All
yeah,
right.
come hang out.
As chat has already pointed out, please make sure that you give both of our runners a follow, xiceblue and PanzerDave. And once again, huge shout out and thank you to our tracker Boleto, who is always doing a fantastic job. Kairos, it has been a pleasure to commentate with you, sir, and I hope we get to do it again in the future.
Indeed.
Well, then I do believe that will wrap everything up. So on behalf of the Speed Gaming community, myself, Boof and Boom, and my commentator, Kairos, I bid you all good night. Go and get cozy in xiceplue's stream.
Good night.